are back with some game therapy. Today we are going to be playing a classic Ikaruga. I remember my best friend importing this game for the GameCube years ago when the GameCube was a thing. He imported it and was just like, I'm not even going to tell you anything about the game, I'm just going to have you play it. And proceeded to torture myself. If let's see, if Dark Souls or Ghouls and Ghosts or you name or Neo is well, I'll say it like this: this is the Dark Souls of like shooter, like flying. I forget what, I don't know what kind of games these are called. When I was young, they were called shooters, but now shooters are Call of Duty. It's like 1942, whatever. It's like a flying and you're shooting game. So, in any event, this is the Dark Souls of those types of games where you're going to die. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You're going to die, and it's just a matter of, when. But it's enjoyable to think that you're, skilled enough not to die, but you're gonna die. I did watch a video on YouTube where I guess some years ago a guy did it. I think he was playing an arcade version of it, and he was doing it with one hand, and he was crushing. I think he beat the game. I'm not that skilled. I think I died in the first 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. 1 minute of the game. I died so many times in this particular instance that I'm showing you. But it's just nice to one, be able to play it again, and two, pretend that it doesn't cause me pain to just play a game that you're gonna lose. Sometimes you just got to do that. That's life. You got to remind yourself. Sometimes you can do everything right and still lose. That's Captain Picard from Star Trek. But yeah, I'm playing this game. I'm telling you right now. So the way I have it set up is it's just infinite continues, or free play. But had I been playing it, or I originally played it the regular arcade way, and yeah, no, I'm not. I did not do well. Like at this point now that you're watching, I had already restarted the game 3 times, so because I couldn't even get to the first boss. So, but in any event, when it comes to gaming and relaxing, sometimes it's not about relaxing. Sometimes, for me, gaming is also about aggression. And if you play Call of Duty or a bunch of games, you can hear the aggression, even if you play online with a lot of people's voices, because anger is an easy emotion, and it can be beneficial. Despite what people would say, it can be beneficial. It can get you out of a lot of things. It can put you in a lot of things that you don't want to be in, but it also can get you out of a lot of things. So, but this game, it just knows the button to press. It's one of those I don't know if you've ever played. What is it? Oh my gosh, why is this? It's so hard. Civilization. The premise of that game is you're building your civilization, but it's always let me just take one more turn, and before you know it, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're luckily now it's 1865, and I've finally got I've got artillery, and so it's whoever Sid Meier's, who I think originally, I don't know if they're still doing, or Maxis, Sid Meier's Civilization. they understand it, like the idea of one more turn. And so like this game is one of those, like, if I just had one more life, I could get past this section, or I could I could do better. I see, like in any video game or any movie based on video games, where it's like you die or you repeat the same moment over and over again. Like you start to see, randomness doesn't become random anymore. And so like that's what this game feels like. Is like if I just had one more life, then these random things that are happening, I would be better off. I would be able to pass it. Oh my gosh, like they are literally just throwing marbles at you, and and the stages are getting harder, and I'm just like, I don't understand. Like I've only been to this stage once, so like the fact that I'm like, what you're witnessing right now is me, because I've made it basically free play, going through this game a lot easier than I normally would, because I would be dead. Like I would just be like out of quarters, and like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. But because I'm on free play, I'm like, yep, I'm gonna keep dying. I'm gonna keep coming back. So even though nothing I'm seeing right now is making, like I said, they're just throwing marbles at me, and I'm trying not to die. So, but yeah, I just oh, the other thing is Steam. The Steam summer sale is on, so hide your wallets, because I was on there today. That's why I picked this up. It was $5, and so I'm about to go back on there and see what else they have that I want. I didn't even realize they had this game. I was just scrolling through the massive amount of games they have on sale, and I was like, what? Huh? $5? Done, and done. But yeah, I gotta go back in because there's a lot of stuff on my wish list that's going on sale. And I'm like, oh. And I've built my computer that I'm using now. I built the end of last year. It was like a Christmas present to myself. So I built. The one thing that I'm missing is I didn't get the AMD 6800 card, because the minute that they went on sale, they sold out, and I haven't been able to find them since. And I just keep looking, and it's kind of like the 370, the 3070s or 3080s, and the 30, like for Intel. I'm just like, I can't find these cards. Like, I would really like to have that card. Right now, I have it's a 5600 card in there. So, which it's fine. It's good. It's actually bigger. It's a better card than I originally had. But it's still just like I wanted to do top of the line. And so I'm hoping at some point the 6800s or whatever the next generation cards become available, because like I said, I can't find it anywhere, and it's pissing me off. So, but yeah, everything else, like I said, I upgraded it, or I built it, and I went as high as I could. I spent a lot of money. This particular build, instead of water cooled, I did a fan cooling. I did it's the Be Quiet. It's like a huge fan. Like I bought an extra large case just for it. But the fan is actually pretty quiet, oddly enough. And I haven't had any overheating problems. So, and I've been playing very graphic, intense games for a while now. I'm very impressed with the Be Quiet fan cooling system. And yeah, the only thing that I really want is the new graphics card, and that would make my build complete. Is the updated graphics card. So hopefully, like I said, I'll be able to find one soon if they ever come back in stock. I was really pissed at the AMD one because it was like, I was up at the time they were going to go on sale. I go to buy it, and immediately sold out. And then you go to every store that they have that they're being sold at, and it's just like, really, guys, like nobody has this inside. Like, how does this even happen? So I don't know. I was disappointed. I'll put it that way. But yeah, I was like, oh, I got this new build. It's gonna be the I'll say the heaviest I've ever built. And I enjoyed it, and it's like the third computer I've ever built. So, but I enjoyed putting the specs together. I had a friend of mine take a look at the specs when I spec'd it out, and he was like, it looks really good. So, and he's like, that's his thing. So this is like I said, for me it's like my third time building on PC. So I was like, all right. So I did have some initial issues, again, plugging stuff into the motherboard and then stuff not working, coming on. I had an issue with the RAM. I got 32 gigs of RAM. The slots on it's an AMD board, because I went the AMD Ryzen 7 chip, 3800, 3800, I believe. And I was gonna do the Ryzen 9, but when I went to buy it, they were sold out. They were sold out. I'm like, why is everybody buying? But this was a time during like peak COVID, so I think everybody was like, I'm building a computer. Like, if I gotta stay home, I'm gonna build the beast of a computer. Like, and so I get it. I just picked the wrong time to build a computer. But yeah. And so now that I built it, I'm like, all right. So at some point, I got to go back, change the chip out. I'll do that, and get a better graphics card, and then my monster will be complete. But I love it. It's just something that calms me down. Like building computers calms me down. Gaming calms me down. So. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting. But like games like this, look at this. Like, you need Jedi reflexes. Like, that's what it feels like. They're testing me for. Like, I feel like, I don't know how old you guys are, but there was this movie back in the day called The Last Starfighter, and there was this arcade game. It's called The Last Starfighter, and this kid is like playing it, and he plays it so much he gets really good to the point where it really turns out that the machine is like a recruiter. And so he gets recruited to be a part of the Starfighter League, because he's so good at the video game. And so that's how I feel when I'm playing this game. I feel like, if I play it well enough, aliens will come down and be like, look, you have mastered, our ship technology, and we want you to join our Starfighter, military. So if you've never seen the movie, go check it out. It's really interesting. At one point I thought they were going to make a part 2. It came out in the 80s though, so it's a bit dated graphically, but it's still like, I still enjoyed it. Like, I don't even know, like, they're just shooting in a circle here. I don't even know what's going on, Like, I'm being blocked by those things, but I know at some point it's going to be like, well, you can't stay in here forever. So, but yeah, this is what I feel like. I feel like, if this was a test, for my Jedi reflexes, I would fail all the time. Yeah, so, but back to building computers. So, I don't know, like, have any of you guys tried to build a computer or have any suggestions? Alright, so the one place that I go, PCPartPicker.com, is where I normally spec out my stuff. Just because they make it easy. Intel board, AMD board, whatever, compatible, components, done. And then also the thing of, where do you want to buy it? So you can find this on Amazon, Newegg, or some site that you never even heard of. I think I bought all my pieces from Most of it was from Amazon. Some of it was from Newegg. I think the case I got from, I forget where I got the case from, but it wasn't either of those. But I really like this case. It's huge. Like I'm sitting next to it right now, and it is huge. I wanted multiple slots for hard drives because I store a lot of data. I save a lot of data. This is not my media server. It's actually just my main regular computer. My media server is on my left side, um, and it's actually a smaller box. And I use a lot of external drives for that. But and that's my Plex machine, and that's all it has on there. So, but yeah, this is my main computer. That was what I use for work and play, and that's it. But my media PC is a smaller build. It's still an AMD build. Because at the time, and I'll just be honest, AMD was cheap, and it functioned fine, I never had I have yet to have an issue with an AMD chip. Um, I have one, two, three computers now with AMD chips, and you know, they're workhorses. I have one that's, it's on 24/7 because I access it all the time, and it's just it's a workhorse and it has not failed me. So yeah. So let me know. Like, have you built a computer, or are you thinking about building a computer? It can be kind of scary to think about, but once you like get into it, like now I only want to build my computers. Like I don't even want to buy factory made stuff. But a friend of mine though, he recently bought a factory made PC just because he wanted the card, the next gen card. I get that, because you couldn't find it anywhere. So he was like, I had to buy it because that was the only way I was going to get the card, And I was like, yeah, I mean, I see your point. But for me, I just, I think from now on, I'm just going to build it and enjoy it that way. And it's like it's a little puzzle. It's like, and it's just kind of cool putting it together, seeing how it works, and then when you finally cut it on and everything like, lights up and, fans are running, you're just like, look, it's alive, from Frankenstein, well, at least the movie Frankenstein. So, but yeah, let me know in the comments, like, if you want to build, if you're looking into building computers, have you built any PCs, like, in your current setup, if you have one. I'm interested. I'm always interested to learn, what people are doing, or if you have tips, or specific setups for like gaming and things like that. Like I wanted this to be a gaming PC. I wanted to get fully into PC gaming. I've been a console person for a long time, and I was like, these PC master race people are always talking this game about how they're, got better graphics and blah blah blah, and then like, I saw one in the wild, and I was like, well, huh? Yeah. So, and then, a couple friends of mine, this is what they do, PC gaming. The only hard part is the game. So like I don't get a lot, like, so Sony exclusives. That's why, because I'm a PlayStation person. So that's kind of what I miss. But now I think they're gonna start bridging the gap because Horizon Zero Dawn came out on Steam. Some other Sony exclusives. A lot of Capcom games are coming out on Steam. So, but yeah, I'm wrapping up. So I will chat with you guys later. All right.